are the King of Kings, RRQ. Who will move on forward? We're about to find out. Again, as our analyst mentioned, our host Gideon mentioned, a little bit of Team Liquid ID's draft. I'm looking at that. Novaria might be left in the past, but everything else is looking fine and dandy. What are your thoughts on ONIC draft?
This is the exact same kind of draft I would expect from ONIC for sure. I do like how they have kind of adjusted to what TLID wants to bring. Again, you want to get Kyrie ahead. You want to make sure that Aran and Widdy isn't running into your jungle and taking over map control. That level 1 does show the adaptation of ONIC, right? Let the wave push in. Sans is safe. Keyboy is there to back him up. As long as TLID doesn't cross that middle line, I think ONIC can hold up just fine.
I can appreciate the choice of Impure Rage on Favian here. The fact that he has strayed away from the usual now, the newly patched killing spree, it shows that they want to keep the damage flowing, all this while keeping Favian, you know, a little bit more sustainable. HP-wise, there's not much of a movement that you need because killing spree now gives you movement speed after you hit target with less than 30% health. Here he's just like, yo, I know you're not as mobile, which is true because ONIC, they still have that artillery hero in Sans. Aran walking into that pixel brush. I don't think ONIC's ready for a fight just yet.
I don't think so too. They really want that level 4 because it unlocks big ticket ultimates. The airstrike, AOG, you got the Badang as well, the Muda. You want all of those front-loaded damage to even have a chance to match up against TLID, especially when you have displacement, the Jawhead or the beefiness of a Hilda.
Turtles already spawned lower quarter. A little bit of a dance these frontliners are having. The mid trio already there. 4-man presence from Team Liquid ID. Oh, there's an amazing echo!
Instant ping into a witty displacement. Keyboy caught out, popped revitalized, will survive for pretty darn long. They still jump on him, a good stun. Favian drawing first blood. Yurta turns around. Kyrie will show up, trying to go into Aran, displacing the Ogi Shadow Q. Aran will still fall, but Liquid ID walks away with Turtle.
It took too long to take down Aran, and he wasted their time too while doing it. That's a score for Team Liquid ID on the board, approaching 1,000 gold up.
And that's the spillover we expected from Liquid ID, instantly going onto the Beetle to take the camp away. Widdy will be caught by now. 4 members on top of him, and that will be a punish for Kyrie.
And no clapback. It's clear how Team Liquid ID, the way that they drafted, again, eyes on this Novaria, have less than ideal initiative, right? When something happens nearby Novaria, all she can do is just like, I'm not ready. I don't have the kit just yet. You're on your own, kid.
A lot of times you're just watching. You're like, oh my god, my team is getting destroyed, but I cannot contribute, right? I cannot show myself, and I can only lob a media at you every 5 seconds. Savero was thinking of a recall, but forced to stay. It did disrupt that lane for him a little bit, so Savero gets some extra go topside.
Which is the contrary to, oh my, why would he drop a force here? I guess he smelled something fishy and wanted to push forward. He was going to go for the recall anyways. That's why. It's a very different story for the XP lane where Aran is just clearing the wave so fast, bullying Ryota, that he can just, he's the one who's double laning. Look at him, he's always in mid, always looking for fights. Oh, unstoppable force!
I feel like we've seen this before. Widdy overcommitting, but this time will be punished again. Killing spree for Kyrie. It's the same exact echo from the group stage against Supermassive, right? This was what Widdy wants to do mid-side, but once more, the team wasn't ready.
We saw this over and over again, talked about it, mentioned it at least twice in the pre-show. Widdy had no business being there. The rest of Team Liquid weren't ready yet. I wonder what the conversation was. He's got to be a little wiser with these movements.
And also have to understand that the only person that can enable a confirmed kill is not Yehescu, it's Favian. And Favian needs to be in the vicinity. They need to play together as a unit.
And now Favian has eyes on the turtle. Can they get it? Oh!
Instant control to Aran, who will run away, but Kyrie finds the back line, almost takes down Yehescu. Keyboy will front line for ONIC, and Aran once more stuck. Widdy will get away. ONIC takes control.
And now the shoe's on the other foot. This is literally the same spot. AOG!
Keyboy with the read. Extra Echo will only delay with his death. Widdy with the outplay. Tosses Keyboy to his death. But ONIC should be able to get the turtle. Aran will see this happening, but does nothing.
All right. Keyboy for a turtle. Oh, and small camp as well. Stolen away from Favian. All leads to the same road. The fact that Team Liquid ID can't dig deep into fights the way ONIC can. ONIC, they're very low to the ground. Look at this, willy-nilly throwing out these feathered airstrikes. While Team Liquid ID, they have to what? Have a 3-step, 4-step setup to be able to say, you know what, we're going for the turtle. We're going for these fights. There's just too many parts waiting to be assembled into this perfect form that they need to hit.
We both agree that if Widdy gets control, ONIC has a good chance, and this is exactly what's happening. Widdy will lock onto Keyboy, finds a toss onto Ryota, who will flicker away. Astro Echo comes in, pings on the tree, Savero will easily retreat. TLID, they brought the whole team topside, but they don't get anything.
Massive rotation leading to nothing. There's got to be some opportunity cost paid here by Team Liquid ID. ONIC up by 500 gold. A lot of money right now on Savero, on Kyrie, with the cores of Team Liquid ID following through. And we're hoping that Yehezkiel slowly crawls up too, because right now, again, not just for the sake of Team Liquid fans, not just for the sake of the Cavaliers or people who predicted for him, but also for the sake of a good match. Like, I'm seeing nothing from that mid-trio of Team Liquid right now.
That small goal advantage you see from Kyrie is not just from the 3 kills he got, but also that extra wave he got bottom, right? Ryota is behind in experience, but he doesn't mind because he gets unlocked from that Hilda lane, which is exactly what ONIC wants. They'll get top tier 1 for themselves too.
Oh, that's a clean trade for Team Liquid ID. I mean, I'm not sure if they planned for it. Oh my god! Yehezkiel picked off!
The Ghost of Jakarta revealed by Kyrie, who smites him, and Liquid ID down. Novara means you can't really go for more, but Keyboy can, certainly, with the AOG missing his mark, dashes over the wall. Widdy flickers, toss him back under the turret, but the aggro is on the minion, so Keyboy would take pretty darn long to go down, survive with the Revitalize for slightly longer than TLID would have wanted, but still, they get the kill.
It's a good read by Christian Widdy, but I don't know if it was worth it to spend that much just to take down an already down and out Keyboy. At some point, it's going to be diminishing returns, committing that much to take down his Gatot Kacha. Now, there is some level of priority for Team Liquid ID in the pit. Last hurdle. Oh, Shiki falls!
And Savero finds a solo kill. Aran wants to get Savero, but Savero will survive. Turtle slain by Fabian. Aran barely makes it out, but not if Ryota has anything to say about it. The fist does not connect on it. Walks away, but they did lose Turtle.
That was an inch between Ryota's thrown wind fist and Aran falling. I could have sworn out of it. But again, you get away with what you can, and Team Liquid ID stole away that final turtle. About a minute and change, 90 seconds until a Lord spawns lower quarter. I don't think Team Liquid can take this clean. They're doing their best though. Like, just the fact that there's 1,000 between them, almost 1,000, means Team Liquid ID is doing some damage control. But if you have a jawhead that plays defensively the way that Widdy is, I don't think it's ideal.
Savero is eating good. He's almost 1,000 gold ahead of Aaron Shiki. Now, both side lanes tier 1 have gone down. ONIC looking for mid side, but that opens up the side lane, right? Kyrie gets to farm top side. Savero gets to invade with the help of Keyboy and Sans, and Ryota, he's just playing hide and seek with a run.
Yeah, and here's a subtle sign that your Beatrix isn't doing very well. His first item, Aaron Shiki built a Blade of Heptases. He's solving problems already before he becomes a problem himself. Almost 9 minutes in, that's when he finally builds the Blade of Despair, his second core item. Now maybe we can start to see a fight. Now maybe if he gets Keyboy in his range, maybe Sans, maybe Savero if he's very far down. Oh, great echoes. Maybe we can start talking.
Ryota wanted to attempt a play, but ends up getting punished. So ONIC, I mean, losing out Ryota's not too big of a deal for now. Lord is not going to come up before he respawns at least. Keyboy getting the Dominus Eyes. There was something we didn't point out early on, we didn't get to mention, which is Aaron Shiki, if you want to unleash his full combo, there needs to be a setup, right? And the only person that can reliably set it up is Widdy.
Widdy and Yehezkiel. You know, random rogue bullets could be flying while you get the echoes on you. But that aside, there's no real semblance of CC. Not like how ONIC has Keyboy and the AOG. Not like how ONIC has Ryota with the full fist combo, which he was trying to set up. Now there's an ejector on the one. Nothing really other than forcing unless, oh, they catch one!
Aran will run away again, pops the sprint. That's a 100-second cooldown as the Lord just spawns. Astral Echo also used by your Hezkiel. Widdy now getting chunked down by the Shadow kill. Stunned up, Sans picks up that kill.
He didn't last 2 seconds there, Husky.
No.
They blowed that boy up. Christian Widdy, his 4th death already. Clear sign. It's red. It's all red. TLID, no go. They're going to try to force it.
Concealed for Keyboy. Aran boxed away from the rest of his team. Once more forced to retreat. And ONIC ID just used everything giving Kyrie a free retribution. Lord for ONIC.
That was about 3 ults we throw. Team Liquid ID, as if the death of your roamer for free was not a clearer sign. Ryota picking up the Oracle, and Savero with the Holy Crystal. Dear God! That is the mage's dream. 3 of the best items you can put on a Harith right now. Feather of Heaven, Starlium Scythe, Holy Crystal. He's on his way to his concentrated energy. Oh, if you said earlier he was eating good, what is it now?
I think you go Blood Wings. Concentrated energy will be fine as well, depending on how Savero feels. I think he's going for concentrated energy as we speak, with the components he has in his inventory.
How do you take him down?
Not now, I guess. You gotta somehow get a good catch from Witty.
Later? He has a flicker, I guess. Yeah, one way to punish it, right? He does not have a Purify, so if you can throw him right smack dab in the middle of Team Liquid ID's lineup, then yeah, but Team Liquid ID now are putting out fires, Husky. They have waves crashing through top. There's a chubby one in mid. Tier 2 is barely standing in mid as well. ONIC ID, they have full control.
We wonder how they catch Savero. The same can be said for Kyrie, right? How do you catch Kyrie? Probably don't even get to see him. Keyboy does whatever he wants. He goes out 1v2 against Aran and Fabian. Good news for TLID. Lord easily taken care of, only losing the top lane holy defense. But aside from that, TLID now they just go for full reset, control the map once more. And this is exactly what we saw TLID do to their opponents in the group stage, right? Force them to play together as 5, but now it's happening to them instead.
Yep. And they lost just one turret, that bottom lane. So they were giving up turtles left and right. Doesn't matter, the map still belongs to them. About a minute and change until the Lord spawns low, upper quarter here. Very low on initiative, Team Liquid ID. Even Vision, can I say that? Even Vision, it's so hard for Team Liquid ID to check in if there is a random Badang sitting in a L-brush like this, or if even downrange, there's an AOG that you're not expecting. At some point, it's not worth it to throw Aran into these bushes anymore. Like, he's just, you need him to check the back line.
I think it's to a certain degree, it's even fair to say that the saving grace, the silver lining for TLID is that Lord is spawning topside. You could set up bottom wave. You could play that long lane with how they've always done with Fabian, who is on that Suyo. But aside from that, I agree. Who checks the bush? Witty doesn't want to go in, but he has to. Aran wants to go in, but he has more tasks he needs to accomplish. There's problems after problems. You solve one, 10 more show up.
These are holes that Team Liquid ID need to clog up so the boat don't sink, so that they don't see themselves lose on first in this best of 5. ONIC are currently about 2,200 gold up. They're making a beeline for the Lord Pit up top, and yeah, the singular presence of Keyboy here on this Gatot, like they know where he is, even Ryota, are stopping Team Liquid ID from even thinking of the contest, which I think is to their benefit. Like, they should just not try to contest.
I agree. Savero is stacking up his concentrated energy already. Just got it. But TLID seems like they still want to fight for this. Orion is going to get boxed out. Good echo pinging onto everyone on ONIC ID. Here comes Witty with the flicker toss onto Kyrie, who goes in, doesn't get the Lord, and gets bursted down instead. Witty sacrifices his life. Keyboy to the backline with the AOG. Aaron Shiki and Fabian separated. Aaron Shiki is the target, stunned up by Sans, and just tapped to death. ONIC will win that fight, but Fabian finds the trade before he goes down. 3 for 2, but ONIC comes out on top in the team fight.
Divide and conquer. ONIC has successfully split up Team Liquid ID from that steal. Amazing work. Highway robbery by Fabian. Could have sworn he wasn't going to get it, but underneath all of that, he did. But that's what spelled disaster for for Team Liquid post team fight, post Lord take. ONIC had all his ults, so that's what they unleashed onto Shiki. That's what they unleashed on Fabian, which now makes me wonder, how soon did Aran and Hezgil leave the fight? Because it's as if they weren't even part of that fight.
They went in they left as fast as they went in, right? Witty just got blown up straight. This Lord is pretty easy to handle if you're ONIC. That entire fight, we saw Savero untouched. I think Aaron Shiki didn't get out more than 3 auto attacks. He used the Nibiru's Rage, and then he just went down.
To be fair, he isn't at peak form just yet. Still lacking that final item, which I would reckon is... Could there be room for a Wind of Nature? I mean, he is still scared of Kairi.
Yeah, he
and
is.
it is... What hell is it to get punched down by Ryota?
He already has a Rose Gold, so I think Winds of Nature is the only choice he can go for. He already saw his play of Heptaseas.
It's still there.
Isn't it a sea
Oh, it's
halberd?
a halberd.
Oh,
It's a halberd. Yeah, it's a halberd.
It's a halberd.
Yeah, never mind. I don't. Would you put? No, you wouldn't. Would you put a?
Halberd over Heptasis?
No, would you put a Heptasis onto Aaron Chica on the Beatrix?
No, I won't.
Yeah, exactly. He has the lifesteal item now, so it could be a modicum of items. Would you DHS
I think probably.
against Kiboy Ryota? Yeah, just to chunk him down faster.
Yeah, it would make sense. I think the idea for TL ID right now is still big combo from Aaron Shiki, Widdy, and Yuhescu. Hopefully you blow up a target before the fight even properly commences. You get that man advantage and try to get a win.
Yeah, sounds like they don't want to fight. Like they just want to pick off one and then walk away, pick off another, and then go from there, which is, again, as sound as an idea as any if you snowballed out of control. But now they're barely getting by. They are up by about 300, 400 gold, and the map is looking bluer than it ever has. This is the most that Team Liquid has done ever since they were at 50-50 in the early game.
You did say that Fabian is the one that holds the team together, right? Playing that macro game, that Lord still gave TLID a breathing chance. Keyboy, he's out in the open. The good ping from Yuhescu again. Keyboy escapes with the OG, so that with the ultimate amounts to nothing. He will have to flicker to safety, but Kyrie got his numbers. Shadow kill finds it, and Kyrie escapes with the shadow just like he never existed.
What a punish. Once again, Team Liquid ID putting the roamer, Widdy, in harm's way to protect the rest of the team from a failed engage. Nay, might I say, what if it was Widdy who planned that out anyway? And it looks like ONIC are looking to punish that. They're a man down. TLID cannot contest. Given that last time they tried to do this, they were at least 5 dudes. Even if they were down, Feathered Airstrike starting it up.
And Fabian has to pop the Winter Crown. ONIC will work on the Lord and TLID at the same time. Kyrie once more showing it off. Double kill. Aaron Shiki and Fabian both go down. Aran, target number 3. We'll try to waste time, but for ONIC, time is precious and Lord is the target.
Oh, still gets caught by the wings of that AOG, and Aran will get his immortality popped, and that's all she wrote.
Aran will go down, and they will trade punches. It's going to be Severo that picks up a mega kill. Lord number 3 for ONIC ID. They're back in control, Leo.
ONIC are going to make the most of this Lord here. The first one truly belonged to them, Husky. We can all agree it had its jersey sized up. It was perfect. It was ready to march down top. But like when I stole it, now for reals, ONIC will be escorting this Lord through top lane. And it's coming out in about 10 seconds. I can only imagine what Liquid can do here because their wave clear isn't the best. We're looking at a Novaria here. Well, what's he going to do? You're only really relying on Aaron Shiki. Aaron Shiki is your key to defending.
And you can only clear out one wave, right? One wave that's in front of your inhibitor, and after that, it goes on cooldown for a long time. Severo took off his boots, went for the Oracle. If he was unkillable, now he certainly is unkillable. Heart's Claw, last item for Aaron Shiki. So instead of the Winds of Nature, he went for extra lifesteal, which is understandable.
He needed it earlier.
Yeah. Right now, I think Kyrie can just blow through that. No problem. Top inhibitor is going to go down to the Lord. Mid-wave gets cleared out, sure. But TLID, they are just trying to, like you mentioned, Leo, keep the boat afloat.
And they start by doing this. Clearing the Lord, making sure this wave in mid is managed well. And by looking for an exchange, Severo gets hit by the conceal, set up by Keyboy. Oh!
With the flicker toss, that is the one that we've been looking for. Sans goes down, forcing a retreat from ONIC. Widdy pops the conceal. They want to get more than just Sans, but ONIC have drawn enough distance.
Unfortunate that that top lane had got penetrated. If only there was a turret there and the wave was managed slightly better for blue side, for Team Liquid ID, then they would have gone on the full offensive. But this does give ONIC a chance to retreat. And this does, you know, slow down the bleeding for Team Liquid ID again, giving them a chance to leave their base.
Thankfully, the next door is spawning top side, so no side lane pressure that TLID needs to worry about too much for the next minute and a half. And we are almost 20 minutes in, and that was probably the first crucial pickoff that Widdy has found. It is so tough for him to get to these backlines, right? You only have a chance every 2 minutes thanks to the flicker cooldown, and even then, it took them quite a lot just to get Sans.
Yep, I think he's still on his way to more cooldown reduction so we can see those kinds of plays again. But really, you're relying on that flicker. There's very little he can do to speed that up. So with that said, ONIC understand that if they can count what Keyboy is playing with resource-wise, they can count on their cores being protected because their front lines, forget about it. Keyboy at this point is almost unkillable. Like, you'll take at least 6 seconds of free hits. Ryota wants to get in your face. Ryota will spend his flicker 9 out of 10 times to flicker in front of you, towards you. But wait, did Shiki sell his... What is that? How did Shiki end up with a Wind of Nature?
I think he sold his boots. Yeah, sold his boots, got the Winds of Nature.
All right.
So decked out just like Severo, albeit a bit late, but because of the earlier pickup by Witty, they get another shot. Lord number 4 spawning topside.
Hey, better late than never is what I always say. He's going to be using his fully built kit to clear top lane and then make a beeline for this fight. All 5 members of ONIC deep in the pit. Ryota holding that pixel brush. Keyboy spotted. Wow!
Sans again needs to be very careful of his positioning, as that flicker is back up. Another ping with the Extra Echo. Witty finds Keyboy, flickers again, catches Sans! Witty, the Wise, have done it once more. But ONIC, they still have a chance to make it work for themselves. Severo, so far untouched, but TLID stalls out the Lord take.
Massive pick-off, 100% exactly what Team Liquid ID pictured in their minds. To pick off Gilak Sans in such perfect fashion. Didn't even get the chance to hit the winner crown, to flicker away, to pop a single or secondary salvo, the feathered airstrike. He got nothing. Yeah. So now is the best window for Liquid.
Witty used Keyboy as a launch pad, and now Severo gets caught. All the key members locked on by Witty. And ONIC certainly have lost their chance at this Lord take. TLID, 22 minutes in game 1, finds signs of life thanks to Witty.
You can't count them out ever, especially with such a scalpel precise lineup. Sure, in the first 15, 16 minutes, there's nothing this lineup can do if they don't snowball. But now, Witty has just been slowly warming up, sharpening his flicker ejector combo, and he didn't even hit the flicker for that second one. He just literally found Severo. What was that? How did he find Severo so quick?
Severo mispositioned, right? You don't have the Purify. You walk up into line of sight of Witty. Bit of an unforced error that is costing them big. What, a few minutes ago, we both agreed that this was ONIC's game to lose. But right now, not so sure anymore, because TLID certainly have found the ties in their favor.
Oh, look at that. Bombs away. Shiki with a Bennett, ruining that tier 2 in mid. Very low committal map impact. Team Liquid ID now has. Look at Yehezkiel. I wonder what he's doing. Oh, he's already built 2! Oh, even Yehezkiel's gonna start hurting. Now they can do the double sniper.
Now it's starting to really get into dangerous territory for ONIC. All these efforts, all these damage to clear out the waves. It's not even the Lord yet, right? Lord is chilling, walking down topside, whereas ONIC is struggling to deal with long-range artillery shots and empowered minion waves.
Impressive way of delaying. For the first time in a while, Husky, I don't think I've ever seen this. There's a chance that Lord is still alive when a second one spawns.
Yeah. It's not going to be easy for ONIC though. But Liquid ID, they've crawled their way back from the brink, and this could be an opportunity. Another ping, Witty tries to flicker for Severo. This time will not get it, but the Lord needs to be taken care of and is pounding on the Crystal. Liquid ID, eyes on the prize. Crystal in jeopardy, and TLID draws first blood.
And not a single drop of blood had to be drawn to be able to get to that base.